Celtic have got the money for Matt O'Reilly and now they're intending to spend it. Welcome back to Fog Football. Celtic were interested in Arne Engels and they're still interested. Bids have been knocked back, bids have been sent out the window, but it looks like Celtic will be making an improved bid of 9 million for the Augsburg star. Welcome back to Fog Football, and we're going to talk about it a wee bit more into detail for all the people in the back that don't have a clue who this guy is. Well, let me fill you in. He's 20 years old. He'll be 21 in September. Born in Belgium. He's a Belgian midfielder, right back or right winger. So pretty much anywhere on the right side of midfield and then a bit back the way. But as we go on the transfer market, his current value going to the transfer market is 9 million. Now, I'm not too sure what his release clause or any of that stuff is, but he's represented Belgium at every level apart from under 17. Weird. But yeah, his value is at the highest it's ever been, which is to be expected with these young players. His contract runs out in 2027, so he's got 3 years left on his deal. He started his career at Ghent Youth, went to Club Bruges, then went from Club Bruges to Club NXT, not to be confused with that shitey wrestling in North America. Then he went from there to Augsburg for about 100,000. That is his total. And then this season so far, he's made an appearance in the Bundesliga and he's played a game in the DFB Pokal. The DFB Pokal, brother. So, again, the guy's had a pretty decent career so far. You know, he's got a lot of experience in the Bundesliga, to say the least. You know, he's played not two full seasons necessarily, but across the past 3 seasons, he's played 51 games in the Bundesliga. Last season, he played 32. That's pretty good, you know, and he's playing for a team that's, you know, actually alright in the Bundesliga. We're not talking about a yo-yo club or anything of that kind. But 102 games all in, 9 goals, 20 assists. That's alright. He's alright. For Arne Engels, and, you know, it's the sort of player I wouldn't mind Rangers being linked with, but we kind of know the state of affairs on that one. Rangers probably will not be spending 9 million on anyone. Celtic, though, getting all that money. It only makes sense for them to spend it. I'm keeping my wee eye out the window there for a Chinese. If anyone's wondering why is he getting louder or why is he getting quieter, well, that's why. All right, so I'm keeping an eye on the Chinese. But Celtic, of course. What else? Who else are they interested in? There's a lot going on. Matt O'Reilly actually said a goodbye message. He said, "Thank you very much for everything. It was quite tough to say goodbye, saying goodbye to his players." He didn't really get to say goodbye though, Matt O'Reilly. Like, normally you do get to say goodbye. Like, you seem like Miovski said goodbye to the Aberdeen fans like a couple of weeks ago. But Matt O'Reilly, it's not like, what was the last game he would? It was a 3-1 against Hibs. It's not like he said goodbye because they probably never thought he was going to leave, to be honest. At the start of the window, you thought O'Reilly would leave, but the longer it went on, I wasn't too sure. Celtic, though, they've also made a bid for LAFC attacking midfielder Matthias Bogus. So, you know, Celtic looking to bring in 2 midfielders. They're linked with Edward. They're linked with Trusty. They're linked with that left back. You know, what's crucial there is that for them, that none of them turn out to be flops. Obviously, Edward knows the league shouldn't be too bad, but I think most Celtic fans would rather keep Kyogo and not bring in Edward, because I think if they bring in Edward, they'd be getting rid of Kyogo. But a real show of strength would be having Adea, Edward and Kyogo at the club, but it's just not necessary. You know, in the past, when you're playing 2 up front, or in some cases, you know, 3 up front, and your winger can play out in the wing sort of thing to compensate other ones, it can work. But I really don't see the need for Celtic to have three strikers that are that good. It almost makes sense just to have 2 strikers and like a prodigy via the youth system or whatever. So, or sign a youth player. You know, there's nothing wrong in doing that either. But it doesn't matter what I think. Celtic are going to do their own thing, guys. And yeah, transfer roundup show probably later on at some point or tomorrow morning. Got a few European games tonight, but things are picking up, man. Transfer window's coming to an end. Old Firm Week takeovers being discussed, all that good stuff. Oh, aye. Fog Football's your place.